they discussed the questions pretty comprehensively, and some of the stuff that they probably didn't cover was when you say what is influencer marketing, there's of course the Google-based definition, okay, of what influencer marketing is. But the key thing to address is how do you find the influencer to make your marketing campaign most effective? That's number one. Number two is how do you ensure that the people that you are marketing to are tuned to these influencers? Okay. Three, how do you make sure that in your quest to find these influencers and identifying the pockets of influence that they control, you do not lose sight of the product that you are selling and the value that you're trying to deliver. Okay? And of course, the most important thing is constantly, how do you monitor the kind of activity that you're doing, trying to influence people and getting influencers to influence other people, and making sure that what you're doing is proceeding in the right direction and bringing you profitability. Because that's what we are here for, right, in the business. So let me just start off with my colleague here, Manoj. He's going to take a stab at defining what is influencer marketing.
Thank you. I think, let me introduce myself. Manoj Gupta. I represent Gates Corporation. It's a US-based company of over 100 years of global leadership. We manufacture automotive and industrial product. It's a purely B2B domain. For me, influential marketing plays a very vital role for me because once you want to sell a product, everybody is there to take, but everybody talks of price. So we don't want to sell the product, but we want to sell, make a value creation of our services and solution, so that people can believe in me, not by seeing the product, but giving the references or maybe talking to the reference people. So for me, if you want to influence someone, first we have to see how we are going to influence as a consumer. Are you going to influence with the things what they're trying to say? Or are you going to experience or to have a reference checks from different sites? So accessible is the most important thing today, that people are very accessible to all relevant information what they have. So influencer marketing for me is identifying a group of people or individual who can communicate your value proposition to the end customer. He may be a user, he may not be a user, but he can be more information about your product and services and work as a catalyst to increase your revenue. Thank you.
I think that's a great. Definition, where these people actually can influence buying decisions because of their experience or expertise or respect that they command. But the most important thing is how they communicate the value proposition that you want to communicate to the end users, and that there's no mismatch between these links that are created. Okay, so the other question is, why would we think that the influencer marketing concept is the fastest growing form of marketing? I think Puneet wants to talk about that.
Hi everyone, I'm Puneet from the Society of Human Resource Management. SHRM is the world's largest HR association. In terms of why this is influencer marketing is the fastest growing medium of marketing, let us go back to an era, in terms of, we all follow the internet space. So there was a stat around the internet space: out of 100 people on the internet, 1 is a content creator, 9 to 10 people are commentators, and 89 of us are just passive seekers. What has happened due to the influx of digital and social is that those 89 people have started moving either in the commentator space or becoming content creators. So people are the new media. When we say people are the new media, hence, you can figure out why people tend to differentiate themselves and why people, there is an influence of people using themselves or utilizing themselves to market any product or service. The second, if you look at purely in terms of a sense of why people are spending more money, because people are spending more money in terms of for influencer. If you look at CTR rates, if you look at other paid media, metrics around them are declining. So hence people are opting to try out new vehicles of media for influencer marketing. And third is the access of easy metrics around them, which can be both in terms of shares, likes, etc., for people to evaluate.
I would also add something else to that. It's a whole concept of the media multiplier effect. We have so many types of media now, different from the original, the traditional media that we had of newspaper, and probably the television medium came about. But today we have, through the web and the mobile, we have a tremendous amount of reach and various platforms. So therefore, I mean, definitely media multiplier effect plays a big part in making sure that this kind of marketing is fast growing. Which brings me to Ishan. He wants to kind of address some of the key issues brands face in reaching out to influencers. What are the pitfalls?
Thank you, Carl. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ishan Goyal. I work in the hospitality business. Part of it is a B2B company where we are service providers for various luxury, international and domestic hotel companies. And the other part of the B2C business where we've just launched a very unique hotel company. And I'll be candid, I'm not very old to the whole influencer marketing avenue. I was introduced to it not too long ago. And the more we've invested time on the B2B side, trying to augment our existing services for international hotel brands, whether it's in terms of sales or public relations with multiple channels of media or marketing. And now as we strategize towards our new hotel brand that we are launching, or we've just actually finished launching on the B2B side, and we're gearing up for a consumer launch, we've been introduced to so many service providers and agencies today, lots of cutting edge technology assisting and helping brands like us navigate through the whole maze of influencer marketing, part of those questions we are addressing today. But more we think about it, I think a very core area where all of this boils down to for us, and I hope it's relevant for you as well, is self-discovery. Because every time we think about it, we come back to a product, whether it's a client product on the services side or it's our own product towards the hotel company side. It comes back to us getting a deep, fundamental understanding of the value that our product creates, and how that value helps us or will help us identify the influencers, and then continue to use technology or tools available in order to engage with those consumers and then further diversify into the kind of media where we think that our consumer, our end customer is sitting. So so for us, I think because and Manoj rightly mentioned, it's the lowest hanging fruit. It's the next big thing. It's already there. So yes, that's why it is the fastest growing marketing platform today. But I think a core issue or concern or recommendation that we've been able to bring out as a group is we have to start with the product. Even in broad categories, whether like apparel or hospitality or luxury and lifestyle or food and beverage, which may on the whole sound one broad category, but as we delve into the product, the diversification is amazing. And I think that's what will lead to more accurate hits than just a blanket strategy. Thank you.
Great, Ishan. If I can add to that, just like the gentleman from the previous panel mentioned, if you talk about rural markets, there are some very interesting insights that we can gain. I know of a case where we are talking about agricultural products, and you have big names in the agricultural products industry. The most interesting thing in that exercise that we conducted was we found out that the end user is completely oblivious of the brand. He goes by what the retailer tells him. Okay? He wants to buy his fertilizer, he wants to buy his seeds, he wants to buy whatever weed killer. goes by what the retailer does. He does not have any idea of what the brand is, who's the best and the biggest in the industry, nothing of that sort. So it's very important to keep all that, which brings us to the last thing. Whatever you do, you need to monitor and measure so that you can verify and validate. So I will leave to Dev to talk about the metrics and measurements.
Hi, my name is Dev. I represent iRetail Global. We went into e-commerce industry again, so there are a lot of matrices we have to cater. See, e-commerce is globally is at the whole the same thing, but down below there are a lot of different categories to be catered, right? So every different categories has to be monitored differently, as per I think. So like there are a lot of influencing channels could be. So what we have to monitor is like each channel, what's the cost of each channel, and what's the revenue is giving us, and most of that the profit, first of all, not the revenue, also the profit also. Like, does the profit grown as compared to other like previous we compare with the previous data and like analyze it maybe with different tools and all different analytic tools, and then come up with a solution like whether it's feasible to go ahead with that or leave it or something like that. That's all I would say.
Great. I think that wraps up, and I guess we are on time too.
Let's talk about the other.
Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.